Hello hair nerds, and welcome to the latest episode of the Alphabet of Hair. In this episode I'm covering the letter K, which stands for keratin. I'm going to be looking at what keratin is, why it's important for hair, and also looking a bit more in depth into the keratin straightening systems that have been around for a while now but have progressed. My research has shown me that they're still very popular, although some people are still quite nervous about them, having either read some bad press or they've had a bad experience with them themselves in the past. Okay, so let's begin. What is keratin? Keratin belongs to a family of insoluble fibrous structural proteins. Approximately 91% of our hair is protein made up of chains of amino acids. These chains of amino acids are linked together by amide or peptide bonds. Keratin is found in hair, skin, nails, feathers, claws, hooves, wool, and even rhinoceros horns. And depending on the levels of various amino acids, keratin can be hard and inflexible, or it can be soft. We need keratin in our hair, but it's also an essential part of the structure of all of our soft tissue cells in our body too. Keratin changes in wet hair, which is known as alpha keratin or A keratin, and this is softer and weaker. And the hair turns into beta keratin when it's dried, which makes it much stronger. Some of the foods we eat are really useful for helping us to produce keratin, and it's important to maintain a diet rich in protein, which at the moment is a big topic with many food companies who are promoting extra protein in their products. Protein provides amino acids needed by the keratinocytes to produce keratin. I think that's how you say that. Also, consuming iron-rich foods is a good idea, as iron helps red blood cells to transport oxygen to the hair follicles. Not only will your hair benefit, but your immune system will too. So some of the best foods for us to eat are legumes, which by the way means things like alfalfa, clover, beans, chickpeas, lentils, carob, soybeans, peanuts, and tamarind. And then there's also other nuts, spirulina, red meat, fish and dairy products, and things like broccoli, poultry, sunflower seeds, eggs and cereal grain are all really good to consume more protein. Many of you may have noticed that some hair product companies have recently introduced keratin-enriched shampoos and conditioners into their range. If your hair is chemically damaged and seems weaker than normal, then these kind of products will be useful in restoring health back into your hair. However, if your hair is more naturally coarse and dry, it isn't keratin you need so much. You will need a more nourishing, moisturizing product. Just so that you know, overloading your hair with protein can potentially make it more brittle if it doesn't actually need it. So let's now look at the keratin straightening systems. Some of the earliest Brazilian keratin treatments were formulated with formaldehyde or methylene glycol, which are ingredients that are now banned in the UK and most civilized countries, although there are still many treatments that claim to be formaldehyde free and are not apparently. Treatments that contain these ingredients tend to make a lot of smoke, upset the eyes and throat, and need to be left in the hair for days before they can be shampooed. So if anybody suggests to you that you're going to have a keratin treatment and that's what you need to do, then I would suggest maybe not to go there. There's a company called Kerastrate, and they were one of the pioneers of a low pH protein alternative and continue to develop groundbreaking treatments that are enjoyable for both the client and the hairdresser and can be shampooed, if you wish, after just 30 minutes of being done. The Kerastrate Ultimate treatment uses multiple protein technologies to repair, straighten and smooth your hair from the root right the way through to the ends. This treatment won't make your hair completely straight, but makes your hair more manageable and less frizzy. Plus it also strengthens the hair at the same time as restructuring it. It also lasts longer in humidity if your hair was originally prone to being very frizzy. Kerastrate contains various proteins that have small enough molecules allowing them to easily disperse into the cuticle and cortex of your hair to react with the hair's keratin. These proteins help to fill in the defects, restructuring and strengthening to create healthier hair and make it less prone to breakage. An important part of the maintenance and aftercare is to use a sulfate-free shampoo, because a sulfate-based shampoo will make the straightening system come out faster. Its lifespan is approximately 4 months if treated correctly. So anyone interested in having this treatment, the website for Keratin is coming up on the screen, where you can find out more about the treatment and which salons do it. And so that's it for keratin. I hope that's helped, and as I said before, eating the right foods will help with your protein intake. Thanks a lot, and see you soon. If you like this video and want to see more, then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is here, and you can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.